Bro, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheese. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
Shit ice cold, Trey Young.
Bro, my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheese. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey Young.
Shit ice cold, Trey Young.
What's good, boy? What's good? What's good, family? It's your boy Damon up in the building. We Talk Hoss TV. We Talk Hoss Daily. Wanted to do a quick show, real quick, man. Real quick show. Addressing some stuff. You know, I've been reading. I've been reading a lot of stuff. Been hearing a lot of stuff. And you know, your boy Damon is here to keep it real. Okay, I'm here to keep it real. Okay. So let's talk about, first of all, so Landry Fields did a press conference today, right? And the one thing that stuck out to me about Landry Fields, salute to everybody in the chat, DJ Incog in the building, the homie Xavier in the building. Listen, man, the thing that stuck out to me the most in that press conference that Landry Fields did was he kept talking about the Hawks way. Hold up. I had to write that down because I ain't never heard this nonsense before. Hawks DNA. He was talking about Hawks DNA. What the fuck is Hawks? What is Hawks DNA that Landry Field is talking about? Hawks DNA. Is he trying to establish a culture or something? Because when I heard Hawks DNA, you know what the first thing came to my head? The Falcon filter. Remember that? Remember with Thomas Dimitrov when they would pass up on good players, good free agents because they didn't fit the Falcon filter? That's what I heard when he said they got to have Hawks DNA. What is the Hawks DNA? And I promise, guys, I'm not taking up too much of your time today. Okay? I'm not going to take too much of your time today. But I had to, what is that? Can somebody tell me what is Hawks DNA? What is it? Let me drop the link just in case anybody want to tap in. What is Hawks DNA that he is talking about? Has anybody ever heard this nonsense? Hawks DNA. Man, listen, let me tell you something, man. Landry Fields, you just need to put the best players available on the court. That's what you need to do. All this Hawks DNA, blah, 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 blah. Put players on the court that can win games. We not in a position to be picky. We ain't the Lakers. We ain't the Celtics. We ain't the Warriors coming off a dynasty run. We ain't the Nuggets who probably about to start a dynasty. So what is Hawks DNA? What is this? My boy Georgia born and building. You need to get the best players available on the court. That's what you need to do. You worry about that other crap later. Let me tell you something. I don't care if Ja Morant is. I don't care if you're waving guns like Ja Morant. If you ain't breaking the law and you can ball, you need to be getting them on the team. Landry Fields. This ain't no that.
Man City Cardinals 5-1 in the bottom.
We are not in the position, okay, to be nitpicking about players. We're trying to win. Well, that's what I hope we're trying to do. Okay. So this Hawks DNA, bro, don't come with this nonsense. That's some stuff you say when we out here winning 50 games. When we go in the conference finals year, that's some stuff you say then. You can't say that stuff and we ain't accomplished nothing. And you ain't even did nothing worth a damn since you've been the general manager, except trick off 3 of our first round picks. Hawks DNA, man, come on. And then here's something else that caught my attention, man. He said, what's up with all this collaboration? Listen, man, this all you got to do, bro. I think I'm going to keep it real. I watched that press conference. Let me tell you something, man. I didn't see confidence coming from this guy. I saw, I don't want to be the one to get blamed. That's why he keeps saying, collaboration. You the general manager. There's only 2 people you should be collaborating with, the head coach and the player agent. That's who you should be collaborating with. It's real simple. You tell Quinn Snyder, you ask Quinn Snyder what type of players you need, what skill set they need to have. You go find them with your scouting department, get a list, give it to Quinn, and say, all right, who you think we got? I think that's the only good thing he said the whole interview. All this collaboration and this and that and this. Obviously, your collaboration crap don't work. Or we wouldn't be in this DeJounte Murray situation. Okay? Hawks DNA. Man, are you kidding me, man? Win some games first, then we can start talking about all this DNA and all this other mumbo jumbo. We need to play. You should have been saying it, Hawks defense. That's what we need to be doing right now. But I ain't going to say nothing, man. I'm going to keep my mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? Because stuff like that get me hype. Now, let me talk about what I've been seeing on Twitter. Okay? Pascal Siakam. The Hawks are interested in Pascal Siakam. Let me tell you something, man. Unless the Raptors are blowing it up, they're not going to trade Siakam, right? Unless they blowing it up. So when you blow up a team and you get off your best players, it's 2 things that those teams want in return. Draft picks and good young talent. Are you ready to give up AJ? Are you ready to give up JJ? Are you ready to give up Double O? You ready to give up the rest of our draft picks? Because that's what you're gonna have to give up to get this guy. This ain't no John Collins in the 15th pick. That ain't finna happen. Okay? You're gonna have to give up some real assets to get this guy. Then I was on Twitter, and then let me tell you something, man. I was like, oh wow, you in the hunt for Siakam, right? And then the dude, Hawks Fan TV posted a starting lineup. He said Trey Murray, Siakam, Jalen Johnson, and Double O. Bro, when I read that lineup, I was like, how the hell are we gonna win any games? You ain't one shooter out there. Not one shooter in that lineup. So who is it? Bro, you gotta have a shooter in the starting lineup. How you gonna spread the floor? How you gonna spread the floor if you don't got a shooter in the starting lineup? Jalen Johnson can't shoot. Murray suspect. Trey suspect. Double O can't shoot. And I'm talking about, when I say shoot, I mean an elite shooter, at least at a bogey level. Okay. How you gonna spread the floor? So how is Trae Young gonna operate if you don't spread the floor? How you gonna run pick and roll if you can't spread the floor? Who gonna be in the corner for the wide open three if we get penetration? If we get the penetration. I saw that lineup. I was like, oh, hell no. Bro, let me tell you something, man. The more I listen to and let me say this other one. The John Collins to Dallas. Let me tell you something. Dallas, why would Dallas do that? What do they benefit? They give it. Let me tell you something. You could draft at 10 what you get from John. He not going over there. He not going to be the second option. He probably going to be like he is over here. Because you got Kyrie, Luka Doncic. He probably going to be like, give you 13 and whatever. They could draft that for cheap. Why they want to pay 20-some million? You feel me? So, I mean, bro, I'm not going to take up too much of y'all time, man. I said to myself, this ain't going to be no longer than an hour, dog. Because, the wife want me to go watch a movie and all this stuff. And y'all know I still got to go in the garage before I watch the movie. So, listen, man. Listen. This is all I'm going to say, guys. And then I'm going to hand it off to RJ. When y'all read these trades from these insiders, these reporters, okay? When you read those, let me tell you, a lot of that stuff is just smoke and mirrors. A lot of that stuff you see these NBA reporters putting out is coming from two spots. Okay? The NBA team that want the player, the NBA team who probably don't want to give up the player, and a player's agent. Them leaks is coming from one of them people. And they do it because they trying to get leverage. You feel me? It's another
thing too, Damon, man. It's another thing too. It's basically, it keeps the league relevant. It keeps people talking about the league, man. When you see a lot of the trade rumors and stuff like that, man, that's really just them trying to say, hey, look, we want y'all talking about us even during the offseason. Just the league in general. It's not just about the Hawks, because I've seen a lot of crazy trades going on, but it's just really to keep the league relevant during the offseason, basically. They wanted the championship game to go 7 games. It didn't go 7 games. So now you got this whole open period. So it's really just about keeping the league relevant. But one of the things I want to say, man, and I was talking to my uncle about this the other day, man, about these Hawks, man. I think y'all absolutely right, man. This, as much as I would like to see them go out and trade for something and do something, I don't think they're going to do it, man. I think they're going to run it back with everything that they got on the roster, and I think they're going to hope that our guys take major steps forward. I think that's all we can really expect from the team right now, man. It's just hope the young dudes take a major step forward. And when I say the young guys, I'm talking about AJ Griffin, Jalen Johnson, and hopefully, as much as I'm not a big fan of John Collins, man, hopefully he can get back to old John Collins. And we're going to need Trae to get back to Trae Young as well, because Trae Young wasn't Trae Young this year. I think we can all agree on that. Yep. He wasn't Trae Young from 2 years ago. Hell, he wasn't even Trae Young from last year. If you don't count the Miami games, So all of our guys got to be more consistent, man. Consistency. So my biggest take on it is right now, man, I'm not worrying about no trades. I don't even think we're going to trade the number 15 pick. I think we're going to stand pat and we gonna make a run at one of them young boys that ends up falling in the draft. I'm hoping it's Lively because I really want a legit 7-footer that can shoot. I hope it's Lively. I wouldn't be mad at the guy who you were talking about. What was his name?
Deontay George.
George. I wouldn't be mad at
dude from
George.
Baylor.
I wouldn't be mad at George. I wouldn't be mad at Chris Murray. I think Matt had brought him up. He's kind of an older guy, and I watched some of his highlights and stuff. He's a good player. He's somebody who I think can make an impact real quick just because of the age factor. But, man, as far as the trades, Hawks fans, I say we don't even worry about it right now, man, unless something actually happens. But I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. Unless Snyder got somebody out there that he really wants to have. The only way I can see us making a trade if Snyder says, look, y'all got to go get me this guy. I got to have him. I got to have him. And I don't really think you got to have a Pascal Siakam, to be honest. I mean, I don't even know what we would have that Toronto would really want for Pascal. That's another thing you got to think about because all the trades that I see, it's kind of like the Raptors are losing in the trade deal, and that ain't gonna happen. That's unrealistic. Like,
well, when you trade a franchise player like Siakam is for them, you're gonna lose.
Yeah,
unless you're gonna take that L. But that's why you try to recoup as many picks as you can, unprotected. You're looking for lottery picks. And you looking for what else? The young talent.
Right.
That's why I put on Twitter. I said, unless you're ready to give up JJ, AJ, Double O, a collection of whatever, don't even get excited. Because what you gonna think when you trade for Siakam? Listen, if we trade for Siakam, then you got to start looking at the money.
Mm-hmm.
What is Siakam making this year?
Right.
How long is his contract for? Because guess what? You always got to follow the money. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Tony Russell not paying that luxury tax, you going to throw that out the window.
Right.
Because even if he did trade enough to match the money, right, you got Trey, DeJounte, and Siakam, what you going to fill out the rest of the roster with?
Right.
It ain't like we've been a competing franchise and we can bag one of these good veterans on the vet minimum. You ain't finna get no Bobby Portis, PJ Tucker to come here and play for no vet minimum because we ain't competing.
Right. And the thing is too, man, we, as fans, we can't forget about how important depth is to have on the NBA roster. I think a lot of times we get so focused on the top tier players. You got to remember, man, you got to have guys coming off that bench that can make some things happen. And if you get rid of a lot of those guys, it's going to really be hard to fill those types of positions, man. Even if you just say, well, we'll just throw some young guys in there. And like you said, well, we'll just throw some vets in there. The vets have to want to come play for Atlanta. They have to want to come in. A lot of the vets are ring chasing right now. So,
what quality veteran?
Right.
Hell, Alex Lynn is a vet.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lin is a vet.
Right.
What type of quality vet are you going to get? And that's what I'm saying. That's why I be telling people, man, listen, man.
The vets we can get are Aaron Holidays.
And let me tell you something else that for some reason people not even paying attention to. The Raptors don't have to trade Siakam. They don't have to trade him. Let me look at his contract. They don't have to trade him. You feel me? Now, what they're doing is, let me pull up his contract real quick. Let's see what his contract looking like. Siakam is let's see here. Here it comes. Just okay. Next year. Oh shit, bro. You trade for this dude. You ain't keeping Murray. You trade for him. He making in 23-24 his base salary $37.8 million.
Wow. Yeah.
Trey is at 40. That's $77 million for two dudes.
That's pretty much most of your cap right there.
The cap is 170. So you got $100 million left and I can't. And obviously, we can't. I can't really do an accurate number because we don't know who's gonna get traded. Yes, my son. Thank you, baby. My bad, guys. Had talked to my son. He run a mile a day, so he was letting me know. So Siakam. Oh, let me bring. Oh, look who popping up. We ain't seen him in a minute. That homie White Mike up in the building.
What's going
on,
on?
White Mike?
What's happening? You know why I'm here. I saw that shit on Twitter. I got to straighten my head out. I can't. I don't see how that shit works. That's why I said somebody gonna have to tell me how this is gonna work without.
Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. So next year, hold up, bro. Yeah, I don't want this guy, man. I don't want him. Next year, he made $37.8 million. He's an expiring contract, guys. So if we trade for him, it's a rental.
Basically, right.
It's a rental.
Well, you don't trade for him unless he commits. You don't do it.
Exactly. So imagine that's like somebody trading for DeJounte Murray. Final year of the deal. At the end of the day, it's a rental. So let me tell you something, guys. We're not in that position to take that type of risk. Okay. Now, like I said, maybe if we was maybe we lost game 6 of the conference finals. Then you could kind of say, you know what? Maybe if we go get a Siakam, that puts us over the top into the finals. But, bruh, we're a 41-win team. First round exit. Last year, 43 wins. First round exit. Back-to-back play-in years. Is that the type of is that a what's the saying? Good risk, but it's you say it in different. Is that a good risk? Is that a calculated risk? Y'all willing to take? You give up all those assets.
It's not a good risk, man.
Well, let me say this now. Damn it, I'm gonna get the other side of this.
Talk to me, Mike. Talk to me.
You start giving me a chance to get Siakam, and I want to damn listen. And I only want to do it. Yes. Are we gonna have to give up something? Yes, we are. Are we gonna be strapped? We are. A lot of things could happen, but if you get 3 stars in here, then you know as well as I do. People, there's no guarantees, but you get 3 big stars in here like that, people are going to want to come to Atlanta. They're going to have to take minimums, but they take a minimums other places. I know we only won 41 games, but you add Siakam to the mix here, and that's a 20-point score, 5 assists. Close to double-digit rebounds. I'm just saying, I ain't looking past the superstar. Damn it, I want some wins.
But Mike,
and that motherfucker could come here and give us some wins. Now,
Mike, on his contract,
I get it.
You only got 1 shot.
Well, you only got 1 shot, but I'm not making that trade unless he commits to an extension to me anyway.
See, there you go. See,
that makes sense.
That's the key word right there.
He's going to commit to me in this extension, or I'm not doing it. Well, that's exactly what I would have done with Murray too, but nobody asked me that shit.
Yeah,
but I would definitely do that. And if Siakam would agree, I'm sorry, I'm bringing him here some way somehow. I like him better than Jalen. I'm gonna tell you right now, I like him better than Jalen. He brings more for us than Jalen does.
Yeah. I agree with you, Mike. I agree with you, but like I said, it's really like you said, it's really tinged on if you got to commit, you got to have the contract in place. It can't be a rental. It cannot be a rental.
No, it wouldn't be a rental. And here's the big thing that you ain't said. They're going to rebuild, so they're going to want some Jalen and some AJ and some all our young assets are going to be gone. That's the problem. But if you're going to play in the Siakam sweepstakes, I'm like LeBron. Fuck that shit. Give me a chance. I just want a chance to win it.
My thing is this, man. Every move we make, you got this. This is what we need to do. You starting this year, we have to build a consistent winner. When I say winner, I mean we need to be up in the 50-game win department. Because, like I said, and this is just my opinion, Trae Young gonna ask for a trade in 2 years if we're not competing. This 41 wins, play-in, first round exit, but he's gonna ask for a trade. He's not gonna do it more. So you make a move for a Siakam. I'm with Mike. I'm listening. If we talk about extension, I'm not giving you my talent and picks for a rental that this shit could hit the fan. I mean, don't get me wrong. You could get lucky, be like Toronto with Kawhi.
But that's so rare, though, man.
No, we won't do it. We ain't doing no 1-year rental.
Exactly, because guess what? Or it could be bad, and say Trey or Siakam gets a season-ending injury at the beginning. Then we SOL. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
man.
I don't think that's reasonable. Now, like what Mike said, if we talking a sign and trade to where Siakam signs and then we trade for him, or already extended another 4 years, 3 years.
That's the only way I'm doing it.
Hell, I entertain it if he extend for 2 years.
There you go. Now, see, that's what I'm saying, and that opens that. I mean, look at all the teams. I mean, Miami Heat did it when they brought LeBron them in here. All these other teams have done it and structured it in a way to survive. Hell, the Atlanta Hawks can do it. We can figure out a way to get Siakam in here if we want to. Now, but we got to be smart. We got to be smart. We can't just do some stupid shit and lose them next year. I mean, we can't do that. It's got to be an extension. And Tony Wrestler going to have to be willing to go in the tax to get him.
Remember, guys, but remember, they don't have to trade Siakam.
No, they don't.
So what you could do, and this is Siakam last year. So what you could do is, if you think Siakam is that guy, you could just play the season out, tinker with the lineup, then go get Siakam as an unrestricted. He should be unrestricted this year because he already got his second contract.
They gonna move him, bro, because they gonna stink.
But you know what, Mike? It's like you said though. If they move him as a rental, we still in that thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm gonna keep it real. Ain't nobody signing no extension before next off season because they wait for that.
They waiting for the new money to kick in. Yeah,
they're not gonna sign it. You know. And that's what I keep saying about DeJounte. That's the risk you take by not saying, you know what, DeJounte, right now I think you're worth $30 million. I'll give you $30 million over 5, whatever, how you want to work it right now. You see what I'm saying?
That conversation, if it gets to the point of Siakam, that conversation can take place. Now, you know, they're not going to agree to it or whatever, but we can get a number that we can all live with, a yearly salary, and him commit to, okay, if we get there, I'll do it. That stuff can be done.
And here's the thing with that, Mike. That's what you call business, right there.
And I know business. I know business.
I know we need a man's handshake agreement. We need to say, hey, look, this is the number we both agree on. We're gonna wait for the money to come in. We can adjust it, maybe a few million here, a few million there, but we need that handshake agreement, man. You can't rent this guy. If he comes here, it has to be long term.
And by doing that, it shows Trey that we are all in.
Right.
Because now we do have 3 stars. And we got to fill out the rest of it. But we got some players. Let's just say we got Siakam. Okay. So now we can move John Collins. You can and you move who they want with him. I don't know if DeAndre Hunter's gonna be here. Or the 15th pick. I would think we'd have to give that up. There's just a lot of moving parts to it, but I think you could fill in around those 3 guys. And damn, man, you're gonna have a pretty good team. I just wouldn't want to lose both Jalen and AJ. I wouldn't want to lose them both.
I'm sure. Like if you was getting Siakam for a rental, I wouldn't give him both of them. I wouldn't. I'm
not getting him for a rental, Damon. I'm not doing it.
I mean, I feel you, but I mean, I think that's the only way he gonna get moved.
Then if that's it, I'm out of that fleet.
His agent won't eat. Now, if it was somebody like, say, Siakam was from Atlanta, then I'd be like, you know what? Maybe you could probably talk him into doing an extension. But what I think the Raptors are being smart. They're not gonna sit here and try to wait for the deadline to move this guy. They're gonna try to move him now. Get as much as they can. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
That's Trey and DeJounte's job. They need to be talking to Siakam, see if he really wants to be here or not, whether he'll sign all that. That's you got to empower those players to do that, stay out of it.
But since you said that, now you got me thinking. Is the front office on the same sheet of music as Trae Young? Is he on the same sheet of music as Quinn? I mean, hell, can he fit what Quinn want us to do?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So, and I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying those are questions that should be answered before Landry Fields decide to make a move. But listen to the Landry Fields press conference. This dude's scared to make decisions, man. He timid, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you right now,
I don't like his business sense. I can tell you that,
man. If I was the GM, and I said it earlier before you came on, Mike. If I was the GM, I'm only really talking to only two people, maybe three people. Opinion matter to me: the head coach, my scouts,
And the franchise player.
and maybe the franchise player. That's about it. I don't need a collaborative effort on who I'm a draft.
Right.
Like he was he was talking that nonsense.
That's that millennial feel good shit. That's all that is. That's
so I mean, like, bro, F all that. But
Hey,
don't get
man.
me wrong. But we gonna need you trade for Siakam. You're gonna need some shooting.
Siakam knocks down threes, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I mean,
He's
we
more
still
of a
need to spread
mid-range
the floor.
guy, though.
We still need to spread the floor, though.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
still,
yeah, that's what I was saying. If you started that lineup, I don't know if you saw it. That guy put out some starting lineup, and I said, "Hell no, you can't.
ain't no shooting.
You can't put Jalen at the three when he can't make a damn three.
No, he can't shoot.
You got to put Sadiq.
He's a drive to the basket
in that
type.
lineup.
And you saw they posted a highlight of Jalen Johnson slashing the lane. They ain't post no shit of him shooting that three.
That's right, and I guarantee that damn lane was empty too when he was slashing it.
Hey, man, listen. Let me tell you something, man.
I'll bet your ass it was empty.
Listen, man, when you 6'8", 6'9", man, you can get to the lane, man. I need Jalen
DeAndre
Johnson.
Hunter can't.
Hey, listen, man. DeAndre Hunter's about as soft as baby shit. So he's just gonna be that where he's at. But I'm gonna tell you this, man.
That's from this. I think he's allergic to the rim.
Right. I'll tell you this, man. With that type of lineup, though, you're absolutely right, man. You got to find shooting from somewhere, and we all know this. Snyder has already come out and say he wants the Hawks to shoot more threes. He has said that since he got here.
Trey
so
said
he got on here So I'm here to say this, man. All the complaining about, oh man, why we taking so many threes? Hey, listen, the head coach said he want us to shoot threes. So you can't have a lineup like that where guys can't really shoot.
Analytics, that's what the analytics say.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. Getting a Siakam would make us super dynamic offensively.
Hell yeah.
You will legit have three legit ball handlers on the court at the same time. So
and one of them got size
and can rebound, block shots, and can pass. John's got to like that. John, you hear that? We talking about a 6'11" power forward
who can dribble.
Who can dribble?
What would Masai want in return? Masai Jerry.
Whoa! Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, John.
How y'all doing?
Y'all know we about to be here for a minute. Let's
John,
go, John.
what's a power guard?
Hey, y'all been creating all these other positions. Hell, I created my own damn position, power guard. You know,
that sounds like a superhero, John.
Don't we need one?
Man, bad.
Don't we need a hero?
We need one. Hey,
my bad. Siakam 6'9". My bad.
Is he? He got some long arms. He's got to have a 7-foot wingspan.
I mean, he's a baller, bro. Straight up.
How old is he, DeMond?
I think he's like 27.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's exactly what we need.
Now, and he fits Trey's timeline, too.
Did you all see game? Did y'all watch Game 5?
Yep.
From beginning to end. Did y'all get a chance to watch from beginning to end?
We ain't getting Jokic, John.
No, yeah, I know, man. Shoot, you couldn't pry Jokic loose with a darn.
What you finna say? What you finna say?
Hold on, hey, Pascal Siakam 29.
Oh, he's 29. Okay.
My bad. Yeah, he's 29. He just turned 29.
Okay.
29, 6'9" with arms
dirty,
like
dog.
With arms like orangutan.
Oh,
well, the reason why I was talking about Game 5, the only way Miami was staying in Game 5 is they started trying to beat Denver up. That's the only way they were able to even stay there. And
really
every time I watch something of that nature, first thing I think about, could the Hawks survive a game like that? Could the Hawks survive a game like that? Could they shoot their way out of it? Could they physical their way out of it? And, you know, looking at us, we got the height at certain spots, but we don't have the weight. We don't have the girth. We don't have the strength.
The attitude.
And you don't have the attitude, you know. And you know, a lot of people get at me, well, John, you want to be out there fighting all the time. Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Because sometimes it devolves into a situation like this. And, you know, Siakam, matter of fact, a couple of days ago, I took a look at that finals that they won. Man, and Siakam, man, he put himself on the map. He really put himself on the map in that finals because of how he was shooting, how he was slashing, going to the basket. You know, just pushing the envelope. Him and Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Him and 6'11", 7 foot. We going to the conference finals. If you do that and add somebody a center, this is a time proven, tried and true method of winning championships.
He had to pay the tax.
Yeah, and see, thing is now, to your point that you made just a few minutes ago, Damon, about Landry Fields, as well as I'm going to include all of the rustlers too. See, it was real easy to sit on the sidelines and criticize Slink about what he was and wasn't doing. But now that you in the hot seat, you hesitating. You scared. Now, see, thing is that you're gonna have to put your foot in the pond and get your feet wet. Sorry, son.
We got to go for it. I believe that.
Yeah, you got to do it. And see, thing is now, whether it works or not, hey, you still gonna get the blame for this. All right. So you got to go.
A good businessman could figure out whether this deal is possible or not. And if it's not possible, you don't get in it. But one thing, let me add, he has a 7'3", 0.25 wingspan.
I'm gonna tell y'all this.
7'3".
Now it's time for Damon to come back to reality. Okay. I had fun getting excited, but now reality just set in. We ain't doing shit. Okay. We gonna draft at 15. Landry Fields, man, he's so fun. But listen, I know he can't really say nothing at these press conferences. But like when I'm listening and watching him, bro, I have no confidence in this guy. Like he doesn't, to me, when he's talking, he doesn't talk like he's in charge, like he's the boss. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the final say when doing trades or drafting.
That's that new shit.
Because all I hear from him, he always say the same crap. The collaboration, you know, we Corver and blah, blah, blah. And then like when the girl asked him, she say, you know, this your first off season being in the actual GM role, not an assistant GM. And the dude, like, to me, like, I've always been told, you know, no matter how you feel, when you in public, you address all that shit with some confidence. You don't want to leave doubt into fans, or if you're in any other business, you don't want to leave doubt to a client, to what a client like, this dude, I don't know about this guy. Like, so every time you tell me there's collaborations and this Hawks DNA crap, like, bro, what are you doing? Just you're making up shit and you're scared to make decisions.
Here's the thing, man. To me, as a man, that's just weakness, because it sounds like to me he's setting it up to say, hey, if I fail, it wasn't me, it was all of us.
Yeah, that's exactly what he doing, bro.
that to me, man, is a sign
Ding,
of
ding,
weakness,
ding, ding,
man.
ding.
I can't. It's hard to get behind somebody like that because there's a reason why he keep using these key words, man. He wants everybody to know, well, we're all involved, and if everything goes wrong, hey, it's not my fault. It's all of our faults. So that's what you see right there. That's all that
Look,
is.
let me be clear.
That's cowardice.
I don't believe we doing shit. Let me be clear about that. I just think, I mean, yeah, y'all talking about when I'm sitting here talking, I'm talking about what Mike Hearing would do as a GM.
Right.
But let's be clear, we ain't doing shit. Y'all better get that shit together.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna pay the tax because we scared to pay that, and we probably in the long run Trey off if we don't eventually pay it. But you know, if I had to guess, we're gonna trade JC for some shit, and you know, maybe get a shooter back if possible, and then we're gonna draft probably Derek Lively at 15 to give us
we're gonna play it safe. The Hawks are gonna
and
play
then
it
you're gonna move Capella. You're gonna move Capella to save that money because once again, we're not gonna pay that tax.
Well, I think it's gonna be Capella that get moved. To be honest,
it is. Capella gonna get moved, and that's why you get Derek Lively.
Yeah, because I think he's easier. Either him or Hunter, they're easier to move. You won't have to attach an asset to it, and you got a replacement for Capella. Now we all may not be in agreement with 00, but I'm looking at it from the organizational standpoint. If I want to get under the tax,
pay 2 centers top dollar. You're not paying.
Yeah, and you got it. You can kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah,
you can slide a combo as a starter, and then that money, that slot that Capella was taking, you can go ahead and give put Okambu in that slot. You're gonna probably save about $5 million. Because I would probably Capella at 20. I will offer like around between 12 to 15 million per. So you're gonna save some money there. That's gonna help you get closer.
And then you're gonna probably have a rookie or a no-name vet right behind on Yeka that ain't gonna cost you nothing. So
now, what has Quinn said?
Yeah, nothing.
Quinn been I ain't even gonna be on Quinn because he's been putting together his coaching staff. And I will say this, you know, at least it ain't a generic staff. It look like he put some work in his staff.
We do got a good staff.
Okay. Now that you said that.
John, I know John don't like that woman being on staff, but other than that,
look, she's stealing money. Look, all right, Mike. Mike, let me finish my point before I go. But look, this is completely brand new, gentlemen. This isn't just the changing of a head coach and keeping 6 or 7 people from the previous regime and replacing them with 1 or 2 people. This is a brand new coaching staff.
It is.
You got a center. Got a man that used to play center that won championships over in the Euro League. And contrary to popular belief, because a lot of people be talking a whole bunch of that junk, it's way rougher in the Euro League than it is in the NBA. Them jokers natural bone be scrapping. And if you don't believe me, Kobe put a video together talking about the Euro League. And there's a reason why people leave the NBA. They don't go to the Euro League, they go to China. They go to China because China basketball, they worship those people like gods over there. And it's way easier. That's why Dwight Howard was able to go over there. A lot of people
they got some bad bitches over there too.
Yeah. See, now, Mike.
I'm just saying.
Y'all
I go back.
Y'all gonna have the people start calling this channel instead of We Talk Hawks. We Talk Misogynistic.
Hey, but the thing about this is that you have experts. You want to develop people. These are the people that you get to develop players at the coaching staff level, at the assistant level. You got some people here that, this man might not, and I'm just going to use the center coach for an example. He might not have won an NBA ring, but this man got rings. He got championships over in another league. So he will be able to talk to a John Collins. He will be able to talk to a 00, Jalen Johnson, about how to play the big man spot. You got somebody you can listen to now. I'm thinking about.
But John, you also got to remember this. Also, in the Euro League is way more team oriented than it is. The NBA is about stars. The Euro League is about teams. That's why you see players over there. You rarely see a player over there averaging 25. Hell, you barely see him averaging 2. I think when Luka won the MVP, he was averaging like 15. So
and he started at 15. Luka was extraordinary, man.
But I mean,
we talked about this before.
Over here in the States, man, we are more superstar led.
All about scoring.
Yeah.
You know?
And
now, back in y'all time, it wasn't like that. It didn't switch like that, because remember, back even when I was a kid, back in the early night, whenever what was the video game? Sega, but they had a video game called Lakers vs. Celtics, and that shows you right there, like, it wasn't named after a player, it was named after teams. David Stern is the one who was like, you know what, we need to push the superstar shit more, because that's what Americans are Americans not gravitated to that team ball shit. Americans like a motherfucker taking over a game, no matter what sport it is. They like saying this guy's the best, you know, instead of saying this team. And see, that's what's the major difference in Euro League. It's more team oriented. Who you think gonna have the hardest time to adjust to that? The players or the Euro League coach, when he realized we don't play like that over here?
Well, just like David Blatt, you remember when he was coaching? Was he coaching?
Yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, LeBron got him out of there.
David Blatt didn't call a play from the time he got off the plane at LaGuardia to the time he left, because that was LeBron's team. All right.
But you got to remember, when they hired Blatt, LeBron was still with the Heat. When Blatt came here, he was assuming he was part of a franchise rebuilding. Because remember, there was nobody else. They had just drafted Kyrie. You had a young Thompson over there. And then LeBron decided to go back. And then that's when they started shipping out the number 1 pick and all that stuff to get like Kevin Love. Remember, that was the same year they drafted Andrew Wiggins, and they sent Wiggins up for Love. So Blatt, to his defense, he wasn't coming here to coach LeBron James. He was coming here to coach what was that, year 2, year 3 Kyrie?
Yeah.
So, you know, I can't. And the funny thing is, when LeBron got rid of him, he had a winning record. Like they was like third, they was like 20 and like 8 or something like that. And LeBron didn't like the way that he coached, because coming from the Euro League, it's more team. It ain't about, hey, I need to get my 25 tonight. You know what I'm saying? So to Blatt, just to be fair to Blatt.
Well, you know, hey, I'm putting Mike Brown in the same category. Mike Brown didn't do no coaching in Cleveland.
Come on, man.
No, he didn't. Who did Mike Brown coach with LeBron up there? Shoot.
Well, when you have a LeBron James, you don't really have to coach a LeBron James, because LeBron is a basketball savant. Like, you can watch the stories on YouTube from other players when they say LeBron James knows our plays. He was telling people on the other team, hey, you're supposed to be over there. So you don't need to coach a LeBron, right?
Was he a savant when Brown was coaching him?
LeBron's been a savant since he's been in the NBA.
No. And the reason why I say no is San Antonio shut him down. Shut him down because so
he had no help. Who was on that team?
Well, I understand that,
bro. He had them in the finals.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
LeBron had a bunch of random. Come on, Anderson Varejao, Mo Williams. Was Mo even on the team then?
Don't be talking about my Alabama boy now.
I mean, come on, man. LeBron been a basketball savant since day one, bro. The dude in the league averaging 25 and 5 day one. Come on, man.
Now, he has
about
been
Mike Brown, bro. You didn't see the job Mike Brown just did in Sacramento?
Mike Brown. Oh my goodness!
You got to give him Sacramento.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing. I don't give Brown any credit the same way I don't give Luke Walton any credit when he left Golden State and went to the Lakers. Okay, you had a nucleus of a good team in Sacramento.
Man, Sacramento ain't done shit.
Bro, they ain't been in the playoff in 20
John,
years.
they ain't done shit.
They got a core. Bro, they were just about to
They
trade.
got a motherfucking core losing.
They had him on the trade block the year prior.
So what did Mike Brown do in Sacramento to make them a contender?
He got them to play. He got them all to play together. That team turned around. Go look at the year before and then look at this year.
You got to give Mike Brown
Well,
credit.
you got to give him
Listen, man. Hey, let me say this.
Just like,
I don't care about none of that, man. What these Hawks gonna do?
Hold up, RJ. Hold up, RJ. Let me break out my crystal ball. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Y'all remember Miss Cleo? Call me now. The Hawks will.
The Hawks will Hawk.
Get under the salary cap.
RJ, the Hawks will Hawk.
And we're going to sit right here, complain about the same crap we did about last year. Why this dude ain't doing this? Why this guy ain't doing that? And we're going to.
And we're gonna make a trade because we getting under that tax.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna say this though, man. I know Snyder wants these boys to shoot this 3, right? Man, y'all can't tell me the whole team outside of maybe a couple of guys. And when I say a couple, I really mean about 2. Outside of maybe 2 or maybe 3 guys, bro. We got a team full of guys that can't even shoot the damn 3. I don't care what nobody say.
We're gonna get some shooters.
Well, it depends, man. Depends. If you look at the numbers, I mean, you might want to tell Trey he might want to, cut back some of them threes.
But you got a head coach saying shoot the 3.
Well, see,
I'm gonna say this. RJ. Hey, when we shoot these threes this season and they're not going in, I don't want to hear nobody complain about John Collins. They got a post game. Y'all heard what the man said.
Quinn is talking about shoot, and that's why I say he got his work cut out for him because these boys were awful shooting the 3.
Well,
I'm talking about our whole starting 5 was awful shooting the 3.
We was one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. That's why we took so little because we couldn't hit them.
Wait a minute, hold up. Where was Miami in the as far as rank?
They was one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. They was down there with us. They just happened to get hot at the right time.
They made the playoffs.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard.
They got hot at the right time.
I was just getting ready to say Miami got hot shooting the 3 literally at the right time. Because what was that undrafted free agent who was knocking down all them threes for Miami? What was that?
Which
boy's
one?
name?
You got Max Strus.
Robinson
was undrafted.
Yeah,
Robinson.
They just had some randos getting hot shooting 3 in the playoffs. That's literally just like how the Lakers got hot with their defense. The Lakers miraculously got a defense all of a sudden.
What Quinn's trying to do is get it to the point where these guys, he's going to build their confidence up, get them to shoot. First thing you got to be is willing to shoot it before you make it. Right. And so he's going to build them up and get them willing to shoot because his analytics, the way he coaches, it is all about threes. So we are going to shoot some threes, but I truly believe that DeJounte is going to shoot better. Trey's going to shoot better. DeAndre Hunter's going to shoot better because they're going to be – it's not going to be as like this last year when we were shooting threes, it just seemed like they were either forced or we were just – it wasn't in the flow of an offense. You're going to see things more in the flow of an offense now, and he's going to get them to where they're confident. He's got to build their confidence up.
See, and here's my thing with that, Mike. Here's my thing with that. Let me tell you, if we get into a flow of the offense and these boys are wide open and missing threes, we got a real freaking problem right now.
Isn't that what happened? Isn't that what happened? Isn't that what's been going on Isn't that
But
what's been
that's still.
going on?
But let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell you something.
Y'all got to give him a chance.
But it still don't solve the major issue. The major issue is defending the basketball.
Well, that's what
Until
this
we can do that, because y'all saw, and I keep pointing it out. We gave up 120 points per game against Boston. I'm telling you that right now in the playoffs.
But
so
DeMar, man, I think
it don't matter how much we score.
But here's my thing with defense, man. Here's my thing with defense, especially when it comes to the NBA. Defense is a want-to mentality. You have to want to play defense, man. It's not like guys are just all world defensive players, man. You have to want to do it. And when you look at our team,
you know what?
The only person that really does it is maybe Okongwu.
Maybe we need to be looking at instead of a goddamn Pascal Siakam. Maybe we need looking at the what's the boy from Memphis? What's his name?
Oh, they went over to China to sign the 4-year deal.
You talking about Dylan Brooks?
Yeah,
you can find
What about a trade for Caruso from the Bulls?
That wouldn't be bad either.
What about
Caruso wants to start?
Yeah.
Oh damn! Well,
Caruso ain't coming off the bench. He want to start,
bro. DeMar, like last year, man. I really wish we would have got Pat Beverly, bro. Like when he went to Chicago, bro. Like we need somebody, man, that has a defensive mentality, man. We got to get somebody in here to get this soft.
That's what I'm gonna bring.
Man.
I'm bringing Derek Lively in here for that.
You know,
no, we need perimeter defender.
Hey man, go bring Solo back. You know.
Well, you heard what I said. I said if I owned the Hawks, I would have had Solo. Solo wouldn't have been on the roster, but guess where he would have been at? He'd have been sitting right behind the bench every game, talking to them boys, access to the locker room. He ain't got to be on the roster. But I mean, I don't think they don't move like that, man. They don't think our front office. They don't think like that. They on this way analytics. Everybody kumbaya. Everybody got an opinion. You feel me? See, they got all that nonsense. That's why I'm from the old school, bro. Yeah, I'm from the old school. I want to cast why I need to know who in charge. So when shit hit the fan, I don't want to be asking for 15 motherfuckers.
Well, see,
where Joe at? Joe in
the problem is with that. You got people that are in the front office now. They want the title, but they don't want the blame. That's what the Hawks have right now. You got a lot of people in the front office that got all these titles, but when it hits the fan, because it's going to hit the fan the way it's looking, everybody's going to be sitting that way. You can't blame me because it was a collaborative effort. I swear to God, if I hear that word one more time.
And I told you, go watch that interview, that press conference, man. That dude didn't talk with confidence.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't at all.
Well, let me been a GM and that. I'd have been like, "Hey, this my response, dog. We trying to build a winner. We trying to win championships, and we gonna do whatever it takes to get there. All this mumbo jumbo, and I'm gonna run it through Kyle, and I'm gonna run it through and I'm like, what are you doing?
That's just that feel good millennial shit.
Come to your head scout.
He is already setting the groundwork for when this mess hits the fan. You're not gonna blame Landry Fields. You're gonna blame Landry Fields and everybody else.
Hell, I'm already blaming Landry
for it.
Well, Landry, the one who got us on that DeJounte Murray trade, so he already got a strike again. He already got a strike from me.
I want to make a comment on that, DeMond. But
go ahead, salute you, because I only got like 10 more minutes, man. Because I promise.
I know you got to go. Yeah, I was in the chat. I was holding down the chat. You know, going back and forth, man. But I'm gonna make it quick, man. I saw the interview. I was like, why are we so hard headed? It's like our front office is so hard headed. It's like we sit up here and we have so much like eye test, man. Where we need to go. We can look in the past and know what we need to do. And these guys come up there like some chipmunks, like just chirping some BS, man. Then you just made a comment about the DeJounte Murray, and I was in the chat talking about it. You would think with us having DeJounte Murray on the team, it would help Collins' offense. You would think you bring DeJounte Murray up, another ball handler, he will make the offensive set easier for our bigs. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I mean, I don't understand.
You know why it didn't happen? Because Murray, who was a good player, but he's not that player. What do I mean by that? I mean this. He don't demand a double team.
Right.
So when he got the ball, unlike when Trey got the ball, he gets doubled. That means what? Somebody open. He just got to find them. When Murray got the ball, they just play it straight up. And they just dare you. They know Murray not going to attack the basket. So they know the other dudes just standing around 3 point. John going to be in. I can tell you where everybody going to be at. John going to be in the corner. Hunter always at the wing of the right with the 3 point line, right where it starts to bend at. He on one of those sides.
This shit gonna be different this year, Demond.
No, that girl y'all just hired.
Oh shit! Don't say it, John.
Don't
say it, John.
That's the only thing that this person is bringing to the table, and you got an analytic coach. All right. Now the analytics say that
I think she was on somebody's staff. I think she got
as an analytics coach.
That's all she's gonna do. We ain't letting her ground it.
She can't teach nobody how to operate in the low post. Can't teach nobody how to.
That's what we got Antonio Lane for.
You know, I mean, I
don't think that's not her job, though.
You need an analytics coach when the analytics have got you into this position that you're in right now.
He's won with analytics, John.
What they analyzing, John? Hey, first of all, what the hell they analyzing?
We won with analytics.
What the hell they analyzing on a 41-41 team?
You know, but when they hired an analytic coach, they
got to get developed. You got to get developed first.
Yeah, they already been on the analytics. They already been on the analytics with Landry on that and corporate they on that type of stuff. They like them.
The analytics had you overpaid for DeJounte Murray, overpaid for Sadiq Bey. I mean, these jokers couldn't pick up. Man, look, I'm telling you.
I want to make one last point to mine.
Go ahead, man. Man.
I know, man. On the defense, man, like, you know, going back to the world champions this year, and I would bring Aaron Gordon into it. Like, you look at Aaron Gordon, and it was times when he didn't really contribute a lot on the offensive side. And, like, our players have to understand to play their roles. Everybody can't be a hero every night. We got to understand how to play our roles. And it was times when Michael Porter was off and then Gordon stepped up. But we got to understand how to play our roles on this team, as we ain't gonna never have no chemistry, bro.
Hey, Solution. You know what that tells me? You know what that tells me? You gotta have guys on your roster that are gonna do the dirty work.
Exactly. There you go.
Exactly. Don't have that, man. You know, go back and look at a lot of the top tier teams, man. You got guys on the roster that do the dirty work.
Yes.
Mike, you talked about it with Dylan Brooks.
Yes.
You gotta have people on your roster that, hey, man, look, I need you to go out there and do a hard foul on such player. Yes. Hey, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know y'all gonna laugh at me when I say this, but because his defense,
turn your volume down. Turn your volume down.
His defense is a little questionable, but I want some people to play like Sadiq Bey played those last few months of the season. Sadiq was after it. He was crashing. He was going inside. He was rebounding. I mean, that's the kind of guys we got to end up getting in here. But I'm just saying, Sadiq was way more aggressive than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I got to sign off, but I'm going to tell you like this. Be prepared.
Don't say it.
To run it back with 90% of the roster.
Let's run one.
So we're going to be 41 and 41 again?
Just be ready to run it back with the same dudes, the same core players. If we do anything outside of getting below the tax, I'll be surprised. I don't see it happening because personally, I don't really see a player available that's worth a damn, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got like Siakam, but y'all know my motto. I like going after disgruntled players because you can get them for cheap because they don't want to be there. So with Toronto, I believe I'm gonna tell you this before I sign off. I believe the stuff about Toronto and the Hawks is bullshit. I think it's just smoke screen. They trying to stir up a market for Siakam. Why would I give up all those assets for 1 year? I'm not doing
No, you don't do that.
So I think that was just their way of putting it out there to let other teams know, hey, this guy's available, guys. Y'all should tap in. But I think it's bullshit. But family, I gotta get ready to roll, man.
All right, man.
Salute.
Y'all
Take
take it
care.
easy, fellas.
I
I
salute
think Quinn
everybody.
gonna make a difference. I do believe Quinn gonna make a difference.
I hope he does, man. Salute to
Yeah.
everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah.
Everybody on the panel today. Thanks for tapping in. But your boy promised the wife we was gonna watch a movie. So I
gotta go find somebody to watch a movie with too.
You got to put on that robe, Mike. That robe on, baby.
You know it, baby.
Robe on, you be Gucci.
Peace.
Peace, everybody. Salute to everybody. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to hit that like button on y'all way up out of here, family. We'll probably be back here again. Oh, I don't got Monday because I'm off on Monday. So I'll be here Monday. We're gonna take Saturday and Sunday off to chill. Unless something pop off, then you'll see the show go live, be a Mercy show. But besides that, I appreciate everybody's support, man. And we up out of here. Y'all stay up, man. Peace.
Peace.
Safe and sound. Why does it have to be that way? Every single day I feel
my shit ice cold, Trey Young. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave.